Hey everyone, Alex here, and welcome to our first episode of PromevoTV. Today, Mark will be sitting down with Adam Smith of Google to discuss Chromebox for meetings. Mark, take it away.
Well, everybody here on PromevoTV, this is our inaugural episode, and we want to welcome Adam Smith from Google here, king of Chromebox for meetings.
There you go. Everybody.
I'm giving you that title. That was not self-proclaimed.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Well, Adam, first off, thank you so much for being on our first episode. I really appreciate your time. I'm really glad you're part of this. This is going to be really cool.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Alex. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we here at Promevo, we've been with you guys since the very beginning of Chromebox for meetings. So I guess for me, the big question, and I'm sure the burning question on the audience, is where are we, and really, where are we headed?
Yeah, it's a good question. We launched in February 2014, so we're a little under 2 years into the business, and we've built a great, loyal, and happy customer base in that time. We're seeing customers from the smallest of the small to large enterprises, right? Deploying 1 and 2 units up to multiple customers now deploying in the thousands of units. Really kind of realizing our value proposition to customers of kind of bringing video conferencing to the masses in a way that's easy to open out of the box or customize to your big boardroom if you want.
Awesome. That's really awesome.
Did you ask where we're headed?
Yes, I did ask where we're headed as well.
I always want to know what's around the corner, right?
Oh yeah, we always look into the future.
Yeah, so let's talk about a few of the things we've done this year. On the technology side, we re-platformed to the newer Intel Broadwell generation CPU. So we've realized some performance benefits there. There's some better Wi-Fi performance, things like that. So we're on the 5th gen Intel platform. We've steered the supply chain in that direction. We also announced a larger bundle. The standard bundle kit that many of you have is really only appropriate for up to 6 to 8 person size conference room. When you get a little beyond that, for acoustics and microphone pickup and really video, aperture and lens quality, we had some demand to introduce a bigger room bundle. So we introduced that this year. It comes with a pan-tilt zoom camera, a second Jabra speaker microphone, and we've been seeing some success there as well. Customers have been buying it and testing it and buying more as you do.
Awesome. That camera is a huge upgrade, and I don't think it gets talked about enough there.
Yeah, the pan-tilt zoom is great, and we integrated it into our app so you can control it either from the remote or on the screen.
Awesome.
We should have an on-screen touchscreen keyboard launch here soon, so you can even touch and sort of drive it that way, which should be neat.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. You really helpful.
Yeah, we've seen, actually in this room I'm in now, we've seen a Chromebox kind of attached to the back with a touchscreen monitor and the microphone and camera for more of that kind of smaller huddle room feel, right? There's only 2 seats in this room.
Sure. That's really cool. What about I know we mentioned before peripheral support and things like that.
Yeah, so more on kind of the enterprise side, customers want to use their own peripherals. They have a particular speaker microphone they want, or they're in love with a certain camera, or they've already bought a bunch of stuff. So we've been working toward expanding our peripheral support. Expect to see something from us here shortly toward the end of the year, announcing limited availability for some more components to be able to bundle with Chromebox for meetings.
Oh, I bet the customers are going to love that.
Yeah. And vendors too, right? It's some healthy competition to promote, best peripheral quality.
I'm really interested to see where that goes too. And I guess with that, is this going to lead to? I know you've done real well, like U.S. and Canada. Is this going to lead to more international expansion then?
We've been focusing a lot there as well. International availability. Chromebooks now are available in a number of countries where Chromebox for meetings is not yet launched.
Okay.
So my goal there is to close the gap on at least having a Chromebox for meetings kit available in every country where you can buy a Chromebook today.
Awesome. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and our sort of breadth of OEM availability is helping us there as well. So we have ASUS, HP has been in the market now offering a bundle, and I don't know if you saw earlier this year, but Acer announced that their intention to come out with a Chromebox for meetings kit. So Acer are planning on sort of launching and delivering on that announcement here shortly.
Ooh, that should be interesting too. Awesome. So you're getting like a lot more attention through the OEMs, which I think that's definitely important too.
Yes, and again, healthy competition, right? Good for the supply chain, good for entering new markets.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good for customers.
Yeah, they like to have options if nothing else, right? That's cool. Well, I know collaboration is a huge part of Google Apps. It's a huge part of what you guys like to do, obviously. I mean, we're part of a partnership already, right? In turn, how does Chromebox for Meetings tie into this collaboration message? Oh, a little visitor in the back. It's been a couple of weeks. Send in my love. But no, all kidding aside, how does Chromebox for Meetings tie into the collaboration message as part of Google Apps?
That's a good question. Chromebox for Meetings runs Hangouts, and Hangouts is a core part of the Google Apps for Work suite. We're seeing great growth in the usage of Hangouts for video meetings across the Google Apps for Work customer base. And so many of the conversations we have with these existing apps customers are about how they're already using Hangouts, Hangout technology on their laptops, right, or on their mobile device, and how can we start to formalize this in the meeting room.
Oh, awesome. Love it. I love it.
So if you see the little blue link in your Google Calendar meeting invites, there's a video meeting one click away. And also, I'd like to encourage you to use the g.co/hangouts/meeting room name just to start a meeting. Right here at Google, if I'm IMing with someone and we want to escalate it to a video meeting, I just say join me at g.co/hangouts/close deals. That's my go-to meeting room.
Nice. That's great. Awesome. Well, and I guess let's talk from there, like about the value of the devices themselves. Where would you say maybe the greatest value is, or just overall, what would you say the value in using these Chromebox for Meetings devices are?
Well, what I've heard from customers is really the ability to have a dedicated device in a meeting room that will work with the same user experience, that you can deploy 10 of or you can deploy 1,000 of globally across the business. And then sort of taking that and making that part of the corporate culture so that whether you join from a device, your laptop, or you join from your mobile device, or you can pop into any meeting room, scheduled or otherwise, the user experience is going to be the same. And then sort of on the technology side for IT or for the people who are taking care of these, Chrome OS is a great platform, and it's really the perfect platform for Chromebox for Meetings. It's secure, it auto updates, it's really built to run a single application, Hangouts in this case, and it's kind of a set it and forget it technology.
Sure. Something I think that really resonates with me that you said, and I'm sure with the customers too, is about expectations, right? That you've set the expectation on this device, and that I can take this to any room in the office, and it's going to work the exact same way. Everything about it is the same. I think that's really a very, very smart way to handle things.
Yeah.
That should be great. Now, let's say you're a potential Chromebox for Meetings customer, right? And you're thinking to yourself, why not just purchase a Chromebox and then a third-party camera and try and use Hangouts? Why? Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure you've gotten this question before, but we need to tell the audience why that's wrong.
Yeah. Well, the big gotcha there is you got to have at least an i7 CPU Chromebox, right? And so a lot of these Chromeboxes, the lower cost ones that are available are Celeron, which just isn't going to run the 15-person Hangout meeting.
Sure.
Just video itself is demanding on the CPU. So that's kind of one gotcha and a minimum spec for our kit. But it's also, think of the user experience with Chromebox for Meetings. You're able to walk into a room, you see the agenda for the meeting room on the screen. If your meeting's been booked, you pick up the remote and you can one-click start the meeting. That's really the user experience we're going for. Doing that with a Chromebox or plugging in a PC Chromebook is difficult, right? You need a mouse or keyboard to do it with another Chromebox. It's just a little harder. It's all about sort of how quick can you start the meeting when you get in the room. We've also optimized custom Hangouts, a custom Hangout app that runs on CFM. Things like button support, so your Jabra speaker, volume up, volume down, mute. That's only possible through the Chromebox for Meetings. And our focus on audio quality and echo cancellation and all these things, they're specifically built into Chromebox for Meetings to work with the peripherals in the way that we've intended. All of that you need to run this custom Hangout app as part of CFM. And then don't forget about all the back-end stuff as well, right? You have a CFM admin console on the back end as an administrator where you can log in and see the device status. We just launched the ability to notify via SMS or email if your Chromebox goes down. And then a number of other features as well around reporting, which is a focus area for us that we're trying to build out more features.
Oh, that's going to be really great. I think they'll appreciate that too.
Yeah.
It's interesting, and obviously, in case the audience isn't aware of this, we're actually obviously using Google Chromebox for Meetings right now to do this interview, which is unbelievably easy. Comparing it to previous companies I've worked for that used an old legacy system, it was a nightmare. To be totally honest with you, more often than not didn't work. I'd say that they really were just paying an IT guy extra money to make this thing work. What I thought was unbelievably refreshing in here today was, we had our calendar invite up here. I walked in, I clicked on it, the video's up, you jumped in, and we're literally on this. It took us minutes at most. I think that might even be an over-exaggeration on my behalf.
Yeah.
That's really great. In turn, what really, I guess my main question here ultimately is, what is the goal of Google doing Chromebox for Meetings? And I mean that as in, are we just trying to provide a way for smaller companies to compete with large ones? I know you mentioned like the effectively casting a wide net. Is that the ultimate goal, or is there more to it than that?
This really started when, in an effort to kind of take video conferencing to the masses. Traditionally, video conferencing has been prohibitively costly to deploy and reserved really for senior management or director level folks in the boardroom. And we felt there was an opportunity to make it more ubiquitous. And in many ways, this is the culture at Google internally and how we use Hangouts and Chromebox for Meetings. And I think the engineers couldn't really resist the temptation to bring this to the rest of the corporate world. Forrester says 40% of executives have access to HD video conferencing technology, where 10% of individual contributors do. And so it's statistics like these where why can't the individual contributor also have access to pervasive video conferencing technology? By introducing sort of that lower cost option, it is now possible, right? For $1,000 or $2,000 for a large room, you can outfit the full technology there. And to your point, Mark, the ongoing cost as well is favorable, and what we've seen is strong ROI from our customers who deployed this.
Absolutely. I mean, the ease alone. I don't see the issues with the device itself. I mean, as far as compared, I think I have nightmares, almost like, just stress over thinking about like installing those switches and all the cabling and all that stuff. And this is like 3 wires and a plug, and it just, not to make fun of my mother, but she could have made this happen today. She could have been interviewing you, but she wouldn't know the answers to these questions either. But no.
Sure.
All kidding aside, I think that's really cool. I think it's cool that you guys, I think one of my favorite things about Google has been your willingness to, you have that internal culture, right? And you share that with the world through your products now and through the partnerships too. I think that's really awesome. And all of you guys are super cool and laid back and fun to talk with, so that makes life way easier. So,
There you go.
Well, Adam, thank you so much for being a part of the first episode of PromevoTV. This is really cool. I'm really glad we're able to get you to kick off our interview segment, and hopefully we can do some more with you.
Yeah, it's an honor. We'll have to have me back for the 6-month, 12-month anniversary.
I'll set a calendar reminder now. Awesome. Well, thanks again, Adam. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks again to Google's Adam Smith for joining us on this week's segment of PromevoTV. For all your Chromebox for Meetings and Chrome device needs, visit shop.promevo.com or simply click on the link below. And as always, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, PromevoTV, for weekly content and more. See you next time.